Alright everyone, good evening, have a nice day, and welcome to another tournament stream. The second tournament stream today for me, which is kind of crazy. I've been streaming 2 times today already, or this is the second time now, only just starting. I hope I will survive this week, as I will be streaming twice a day for the next couple of days, which is not going to be easy for my voice, but I got some tea prepared for every stream now, so I'm hopefully going to make it. Today we are going to see the first day of the EU tournament, Blitz Masters Legends number 2, second edition, as we've already had the first one just about a month, 6 weeks ago-ish, something like that. And now we are starting into the very first PC and touch mixed control tournament. I'm also interested to see how many PC players are there actually going to be, because they are obviously not having as many tournament games, not as much tournament experience as the touch players, so probably there will be some touch players who are just playing on PC for this season only. But if it is a system that continues to be carried out that way, then we will likely have some more PC teams as well, which is going to bring up some very interesting question about whether PC or touch is actually going to be better then. Currently there is not a question about it, because PC players are mostly random players, did not have the chance to train a lot of tournaments yet. And yeah, also I've been working on a video about PC versus touch recently, which is yet to be released. Probably that's going to happen after the tournament, because I'm going to be quite busy for the next days. Yeah, today we are going to see the EU server. Maybe I'll just quickly make sure that I'm already in the training room to not miss anything, because the room invite is in just right now. So I will just already accept the room invite and ready up in the background. We are going to see Aqua versus Demo. Talking about PC teams, Demo is entirely playing on PC, and it is the first time that they have made it into the top 8. As far as I know, I think that I have not seen a single season yet where they have been in the top 8. Interesting, full PC team. Okay. Of course, then it won't be all about just trading. If you are on PC, some people are saying that PC players have a better aim, or you can also argue that they have a better overview of the surroundings because of a larger screen size. Yet there is to be kept in mind that tournaments, they are being played by top level players. They all have pretty much close to perfect aim, and just the thing is that they are moving in different ways, and that is all about it. Once you get to a higher level, then it's not about aiming, not about driving, it's all about moving properly and just adjusting your position often enough and playing as a team. Let me just quickly talk about the tournament system for just a second still. We are, and I will just be a little bit distracted. I still want to share the stream on Discord real quick because I forgot to do so earlier already. So let's do so right now. Good. Okay, the tournament system is set up as follows. We do have a round robin stage. This is marked by RR in the title for the next 3 days. We are having 7 games in total, 7 encounters in this round robin stage. Which means that every top 8 team is going to play against all other top 8 teams, which results in 7 games in total because they are not going to play against themselves, right? So this is what the round robin stage is. After every team has played against another, we have a scoreboard, we have a ranking then about which tells us how many games have been won by either team. And yeah, number one, the ranking is prioritized, is about the number of wins basically. So then we have a top 4, and this top 4 then proceeds to stage 2, which is a double elimination format, as we have known from many other seasons, like the last one as well. Double elimination means that 2 lives are there to either team. You have an upper bracket and also a lower bracket. So if you lose once, you meet the other losing team in the lower bracket again and have another chance of making it into the grand finals. I think that's quite a nice format. Like this, it's nothing about matchmaking or so here with this round robin format and also then the top 4. I think that's pretty good. So we have the double elimination stage for 2 days, and before that round robin for 3 days. That's what we are starting with today here on this channel. Let me actually just join over to the tournament room. I forgot to do so, and I still need to reset scores. Always I forget about this. Score 0-0. We're having Aqua versus Demo on this very first match, best of 7. So 4 wins are needed in order to win this encounter here. But of course, it doesn't eventually matter all that much because points have to be collected, but it might be close to get into the top 4 in the very end. And we are seeing Castilla first, same as on the Asian APAC server, might be all the way the same with the maps. So in that regard, it's quite interesting to see how the setups differ here. If there is a big difference now from APAC to Asia. I mean, usually I'm just watching one or the other stream from other servers. Now I'm just following closely. Helmi is also back, has been watching earlier already. And welcome to everyone else who is watching here right now today. Enjoy the show. And make sure to log in on the portal, because if you want the rewards, you will have to watch on the portal. The link is pinned on the chat above there. And if you are watching on the portal, I would be happy if you joined in on YouTube at some point before leaving, maybe just to leave a thumbs up, maybe to leave a subscription. Maybe join the Discord server as well. F here, moving in aggressively onto base A. He has a plan, and that plan is to get into this water here, into the river, where he can now be quite well covered. And actually there is only the 1-100 light tank to his front. The 1v1 isn't all too great for F. But he wanted to make sure that there is no one safe over here. But the light tank 1v1 isn't all that great. What is about to happen here? There comes the support now. Winchellite moving in from behind with the M4. Going to have a big shot. Aiming for an HE and failing. Took him like 3 seconds just to aim this one. Maybe not the best kill in the end. Maybe it would have been worth it if he hit this shot, of course, then we would have prized him. And there he goes. Winch picking up the kill. Mortarian tried to support here, tried to shield his light tank. Maybe a misplay to get into that water here. The VK cannot get out of this and will get killed there for sure. Aqua now in this area with their entire team. They have Dr. Watson also in focus fire with a concept 1B. It's a perfect time to just duck down here and shoot towards base A. It's often used in a tournament scenario just like that. Concept has a really strong turret, but not a lot of hit points and not a lot of full armor, and that's why he got killed already there. Also Demo not having that many tanks able to support here, but they are pushing back. Spassy in focus fire, Spassy getting killed there and is out of the fight. Actually guns even, hit points in favor of the Demo team. That is looking like Aqua is at a disadvantage. Also Ghosty about to get killed there. That is the FV picking him up. Gun advantage to Demo. And the blue team Aqua is struggling a little bit now. And they have not quite made it work to push forwards there. To some degree, yes. But they're still having to do something. It's not lost yet. I think the positions of Aqua are pretty good. They are having 2 fast tanks in strong positions and they're all quite healthy. They do have a chance. Yeah, I would say so. But on the other side, we see Wild Burger getting chased by Evgeny. Although the Chieftain will be too slow. Oh, bad crossfire here onto Tshirts. But Tshirts also crossfiring Evgeny. Together with a light tank. That looks good. Maybe Tshirts has him. Yes, that's a kill shot. 3v3, but also Tshirts now in a tricky situation. Failed HE by Copiat, the FV215B, who could have potentially killed Tshirts in one shot. Tshirts now trying to side attack to not get HE, but does not get close enough. Copiat putting in a nice HE into the E6, which leaves us in a 2 versus 3 situation. Menino da Favela and the light tank, but both of them are having mobility. The E50M maybe a bit too close here. Demo now decides to take some bases, or at least tries to. Some nice crossfire here. Hit points neck on neck. Still a gun advantage to Demo, but the mobility advantage of Aqua can be used properly, I guess. Nice shots here into Arcane, who is now down to 1 shot. And there is Menino picking him up. Great job here by the 2 medium tank players. Wild Burger dodging the bullet over there is still healthy. 800 hit points, still a 2-shot. Menino is still very healthy. Now it is Aqua with the advantage here on the hit points. They have the mobility advantage, only the cap points are ticking against them. Menino can get a bit more aggressive and spots for his teammate. As the light tank is still just shooting at a distance. They're just keeping the enemy spotted with the tracer shells as well. And also the FE215B is ammo wrecked, critically ammo wrecked. They cannot repair it as it seems and will struggle with a DPM. Now the E50M can simply farm here. Wild Burger is going to sneak up from behind. It seems is already right there. Can just put in some nice shots into the FV to support his teammate. Focus fire is the deal here. And a Wild Burger now in the 1v1 situation, picking up that kill. Phenomenal job here. Really well done. Aqua had quite a disadvantage of like 1.5k hit points, a tank less at some point even. But mobility is so important, especially on this kind of map. Not every map can handle light lineups, but here it worked really well. I was not really talking about the lineups here yet. Before the stream, before the game, double E50M, 1T100 light tank, or 2T100 light tanks even. T95 E6 AMX M4. That's a very fast setup here on their side. Also, Demo going a lot heavier than. They only had 1 light tank on the field. So this is the 1-0 for Aqua. Pete saying audio sounds good today. I'm glad to hear that. It took me yesterday evening. I spent about 3-4 hours just on fixing the audio issue that we had. Today, at some point, it turned up again. If there is an audio issue later on again, please tell me immediately. I can just turn it off. I mean, I can just get rid of it very quickly. I know what was causing it and what might be causing it again. That's the noise suppression. It just picks up all the background noises of my PC, etc. I hope that's not popping up again. I don't know why it suddenly happens since driver update of something else. I might have to change it otherwise to some slightly worse one. But anyways, let's not bother about it. As long as it works, I will be glad about it. Okay, game number 2. And we can see Demo also going a lot lighter this time. Double E50M, double Chieftain, T100 light tank, double AMX M4. And the team of Aqua. Actually, I just noticed that in-game the scores are swapped. But I'm well prepared for this, of course. So, Aqua does have a lineup of a 50B. Interesting choice. Double T100 light tank. Some M4, Super Conqueror, Concept 1B, FA215E. Man, that's almost like a random setup. They have so many different heavy tanks here. 5 different heavy tanks. And then a double light tank platoon. And we can assume that the Concept is doing the same thing as we've seen on last game there. Just dropping down into the water here. That's a really sneaky position, just look at it. He's perfectly hull down there. Don't really try this in random games because you're that passive. And oh my gosh, look at this. Look at the double E50Ms trying to sneak up there. But F spotted them in a sneaky way. The E50Ms had to drop down, or kind of drop down, will still have to drop down there. Big F for that E50M, not making it, so he's going to be trapped there for a while. And there's still Spessy and also Ghosty who can put in some crossfire. But F might be a little bit in trouble, yet his position is really, really strong there. He can farm a lot of damage at this stage. The Demo guys are trying to push forward, trying to pick up Windgelate in the same way that Aqua went for their Concept 1B in the same position. But Demo seems to struggle a lot more with this push here. But F just getting wrecked there, not managing to escape and get into the water anymore. But the E6 has also died for this. This is so great about this position up there, that you can have phenomenal backup from the side. Now it is up to the E50M here to try to survive a little bit longer. But there he goes. Wildburger picking him up. Where from, actually? Was over there he is. Wildburger on the TD position in the enemy spawn, having some crossfire, supporting his teammates all the way across the map here. And Demo is biting their teeth out here on this push. They are coming to a halt here. They cannot push further. They're down 3k hit points already. They are down a tank, and also Dr. Watson is about to get killed. Not by Spessy, but by Ghosty, who is getting that shot in there. Yeah, Demo absolutely stuck now. Has 2 tanks in the river which cannot run away, which can not push forward because of lacking hit points. And it is now Aqua just shooting them down, bleeding them out. And they are just going to win this, that's for sure. 6,800 hit points versus 2k hit points on Demo's side. Aqua just comfortably farming here, picking up the kills one by one. And there goes the next AMX M4, which only leaves this Chieftain left alive, who just gets killed in the very end here. And Aqua has almost all their tanks still on the field. Really well done. Great counter strategy of Aqua to what Demo did, and surprisingly we saw Aqua basically play the same strat as Demo last game, just that Aqua had a much better counter to what Demo did, and this time, yeah, actually same story again. Aqua just being there to shoot down anyone pushing forward without having anyone exposed to a huge risk apart from F. And if we look at the stats here, F did not really do much, honestly. Just 1.1k, but he spotted a very crucial first spot here. 1k damage assisted, and it is just pushed the E50Ms out of position, which try to sneak up through the middle. And also it made the E6 drop in on the light tank, which got the enemy E6 killed basically as well. So let's ready up. Also, I want to just quickly look at the previous game. I want to see how the enemy T100 did. It was actually also 1.1k, same damage, but I think Pyroblast suffered a lot more there. He wasn't really able to spot and stuff like that, wasn't really able to bait much. So having the light tank on top there worked out a lot better. Oh, that was the wrong button. So 2-1 right now. Now Aqua only 2 wins away from winning this thing. Winning this first match here, which will be or would be quite comfortable to them. As said, often it is pretty close in the very end of the tournament then. If we are ending the round robin stage, it might be all about 1 point. And if a top 4 candidate loses against one of the lower half of the top 8, which without just criticizing them, Demo is unlikely to make it into the top 4. But of course they can win against a top 4 team. That's not impossible, never. But if Aqua messed up against them, they might lack this 1 point in the very end. So it's still super important, even if it's not the most dangerous enemy to Aqua. Nice spot here by Wildburger, nice crossfire as well. Demo already losing some HP, but Demo will be able to cap base A. And also base B potentially. Oh, nice blind shot into Dr. Watson from the other side there. And if Demo manages to take base B as well, then they might have a very comfortable double cap advantage. No one even daring to peek up there because they all know that there will be a lot of tanks on Demo's side aiming towards this hill. So anyone peeking up there to just decap base B once would lose a ton of hit points. And that's not going to be worth it. And Aqua immediately relocating back to their spawn, but Wildburger got tagged. That was unfortunately out of frame. He lost a ton of hit points. It's down to a 1-shot already. Nice shootout by Demo. I have no idea how they managed to get that many shots in there. Let's zoom out a little bit to see what's happening here. So Aqua is preparing the push for base A. Demo is preparing a push for base C, where they are currently in 2v1 situation and already a bit more aggressive. Menino, the favela still trying to, or can potentially still support. If Tshirts is in trouble, and Tshirts is already bleeding hit points, yet can move around the corner into safety. Menino might come in to repush this side. I think that would be possible and wouldn't maybe be needed, but they are hesitating here. There are 3 tanks of Aqua who are hesitating to push in a 3v2 situation, and therefore they are now 3v3 with a hit point disadvantage. That's not good for them here. Tshirts about to go down, maybe. Pyroblast ignoring that 1-shot, not going to chase Tshirts into a bad position. Also, Wildburger had to run away from base A. Is maybe capping base B. Will be quite important, I guess. While we have a fight over here as well. It looks good for Demo. Great hit point lead for Demo as well. They have the gun lead as well. Just by 1 tank, but still they're having 3k hit points more on the field right now. Ghosty and Winchellite are absolutely in trouble. Especially Winchellite is because he is in a 1v3 situation, still having some backup by Ghosty. But Ghosty won't be able to put out all that much damage. If there is 1 more kill, then it will be the point win for Demo. Demo making it here for this first win on Rockfield. And GG. And that means that Demo is not quite out yet, although there are still, of course, 2 wins needed for Aqua. Demo just coming back a little bit at least, and has a very realistic chance of also winning against Aqua. Nice job here, especially crucial shootout of all the light tanks there. That was really good to see, although I did not really see it here on screen. It was very important to get the light tank out. So 2-1 now. And we are going to see a Rockfield once more. IS-7 being picked here by Aqua, which is usually chosen to go towards base B, maybe drop into base B immediately. On the other hand, I mean, let's talk about this lineup. First, they also have an E50M again, 200 light tank. A lot of different heavy tanks. That's interesting to see that Aqua is going for a lot of special purpose tanks and not like the general tank. That's often it's the case in tournaments that we have like one main, like an MBT main battle tank, as we nowadays have in the real world as well. Not very specific tanks, but great all-rounders that are hard to predict in position and can do a lot of stuff, are great for pushes, are great for holding. Some tanks are better for camping, like the FA215B here, but still has a lot of hit points, can get aggressive as well. On Demo's side, we see some chief tanks, not all that common in the current meta anymore. Some AMXs for the hit points and some Super Conk for the armor. So we will start with a hit point lead for the demo guys. 17,300 hit points versus 16,800. Not a huge difference there. Might still be worth it. But the chieftains aren't having the reactive armor, nor do the chieftains have the best armor in the first place. Both light tanks spotting base A. Oh, nice shot here into Wildburger. And Dr. Watson is not just stopping the cap, not pushing any further there. Both LTs sitting there, Zerd trying to put in some shots. Yeah, often the IS-7 is also used for moving into base A, as it can hide quite nicely over there. This time, just for peeking to the side here, as Aqua is moving forwards. Oh, the light tank misplaying here, allowing the enemies to push onto him by just sitting in the cap for too long. He does have backup, but a light tank cannot hold up the enemies, cannot distract them for too long. He's going to go down if he stays like that. Although there are a lot of tanks available to give some backup, and Aqua is aborting the push. Yet it was not a great trade for the light tank at all. I think Aqua did fine here, even if they lost some hit points. It was absolutely worth it. Now the light tank cannot do much at all anymore. And Aqua might just do the same thing again to kill that light tank there. But F can also nicely farm into the back here. Mortarion, the AMX M4, try to move up in the middle. And there is a push coming in of Demo, though, into the light tank as well, doing the same thing. Look at this AMX losing all the hit points there. Pyroblast even failing the shot, not having the gun depression. Wildburger still pretty much unharmed. And there is one AMX out of the fight. Also, Winterlight goes down here. The next Super Conqueror is pushing in. Over there we've got Wildburger trying to escape, still putting in some nice shots into Dr. Watson. Maybe Wildburger can still pack up that kill shot here, but he will have to focus on surviving as well. Will potentially just run away, also gets crossfired from the other side now. Wildburger in trouble, still picks up the kill in the very last second here. Nicely done. F now in the 1v1 against the Chieftain. On the other hand, we do have Evgeny struggling in the push, just getting killed over there as well. Guns still relatively even here. Aqua has a bit of an advantage, especially when it comes to the hit points. There is a great advantage to them. Demo only having 3 tanks left on the field. Over there is still a one who picks up another one, which enables them to survive a bit longer. But the guys over here, they aren't going to survive all that long anymore. Spassy moving up to put in a nice shot into that AMX M4. But if Aqua pushes in here, the M4 will give some backup. Yet I guess that the M4 is just not having a damage output. Also the Chieftain now shot down to 1 shot. Spassy jumping in for the kill shot. And that is the Chieftain out of the fight, only leaving one AMX M4 as a one-shot. And another one over there, who is just not going to do anything anymore. Kopiat still trying to put in some shots somewhere, but there he goes. Aqua 3 versus, or 3-1 now. Base Fisher asking, is this like a touch versus PC tournament? No. Not touch versus PC. Mixed controls. Touch and PC. People are all free to choose. It wouldn't be like a fair match if we were just saying touch versus PC. Then it would be quite clear who would be winning. And it would be touch, because PC has not been involved in tournaments up to now. And there shouldn't be any touch versus PC tournament, but just mixed control is fine. It's just a test now if there is going to be any, if there are any complaints or so, I guess. I wonder if we are, how this is going to be handled in the future. Touch and PC or touch only. Yeah, it will be interesting how Wargaming is going to handle this in upcoming tournaments. If there are going to be more seasons like this with a double tournament basically. Oh, not 2-2, 3-1. Match point to Aqua. Only one more win needed. And we are switching maps to New Bay. Aqua and now on double M4. A lot of British tanks there. Double FE215B, double Super Conqueror. Great tanks for the bridges. One E50M as well. So that means they are having a lot of good armor, and not every tank has reactive armor. The FE215Bs obviously don't have the reactive armor, but they do have special speed boost and also great HE power, great damage dealers. On side of Demo then we have triple AMX M4, an E50M as well, a Chieftain, T100 and a VK90. Quite a versatile lineup there, I've got to say. Hard to predict what exactly they are going to do with this. And I think that it was Demo on the better spawn. Let me see. No, actually Aqua is on a better spawn, since they are having the park area around Base C, which means it's a lot safer to cap Base C here. Demo on the side, it doesn't have the park. Just to point it out again here. On this side we have a park with lots of nice hull down positions that allow you to look at Base B. Oh my gosh, the light tank disconnected. But he seems to be back. And he is driving back into the cap. Oh, is he going to make it out alive? Just taking another shot at it there. Oh my goodness me. Pyroblast. Poor guy. Losing almost all the 8 points for some disconnect there. And that in a game of a match point of the enemies. But just to mention again what I was talking about. This side has the park. And this side does not have the park here. While there is also not any advantage on the bridges here for any of the spawns basically. It's symmetrical on the bridges. So most people playing this side here on the red spawn are just moving towards the bridges with almost all tanks. While most teams on the blue spawn are moving towards Base C. Mostly. And having some bait in their back also. Like it's actually happening here as well. These tanks can just turn around or are already turned around. We're waiting for anyone to peek out here. Like this E50M for example. Although the shots did not connect there. But pushing these Super Conquerors is going to be super damn tricky. On the other hand we have a Ghosty right behind the Base B. He can shoot anyone moving into base B. That's his responsibility. Defending the B cap. And if Ghosty gets pushed onto, then there will be the S-Kongs and everyone else moving in, farming down anyone moving into the open here. And Demo is now in the uncomfortable situation of having to do something against a team with a slight hit point advantage. Actually, Aqua also lost quite a few hit points already. So there is not really any big hit point gap at all. And Demo is going in for base B. Is it going to happen that they are trying to push out Ghosty, or are they just going to cap the base? They could just cap the base and wait for Ghosty to peek and shoot him. I think that would be the better call. And Aqua is counter pushing. Aqua going full in now, losing a lot of hit points here with Tshirts. Down to a one-shot already. Down he goes. Quick kill. Really well done here by Demo. Nice crossfire. But they are still having 2 tanks in the front here. Yet they are having some backup. The VK90 is there, but also the VK90 is getting farmed. 1 tank has already been taken out. It was actually another one of Aqua's Bessie has been taken out. It's just the first AMX got killed. And Demo is supporting this flank here. The AMX set on fire though. Evgeny also now in bad crossfire. Dr. Watson will have to make sure that he survives for a bit longer. Maybe just escape here. And the VK gets in another shot into the Super Conqueror. Only 330 damage though. And has to fall back. On the other side, we've got Demo counter pushing in the enemy spawn. Having control over base C now. They have killed an E50M over there. It is actually Demo now with a tank advantage. But the VK90 is still getting chased. Hit points almost exactly the same. The VK90 just taking a shot by F, but F is now also getting punished from the side there. F is down for just 1 shot. Not a great trade for him. There goes the VK90. But we are in a 2 versus 3 situation with Menino Davavida not having any chance of running away. The Chieftain picking up that kill. Well done. And also base B can get recaptured now, leaving Winchellite in a 1v3 situation. He still has about the same amount of hit points, but he absolutely needs to get rid of some guns. And I think that's not going to be possible because the mediums are so fast that the FV cannot turn around. But maybe if he has a speed boost, he can maybe get the light tank out. Problem is, of course, caps are ticking over and the enemies can simply run away here. Fails the HE there as well. Crucial shot. Even if he armor wrecks the Chieftain there with an HE to the front where the armor wreck is also sitting, then he would not have had a chance of winning this one, not against all these bases and that mobility. Demo winning one more game here. Now 3 versus 2. It's still possible for Demo to win this. Although Aqua only needs 1 more win. Well played here. Nice crossfire. I love that they kept their patience and did not overcommit with their push onto base B. Just moved into B and did not peek out any further into the bait of, or was it Ghosty in the AMX there. A 3-2. And we are heading to game number 6 now. Again, new bay. Aqua already fully readied up, same as Demo. Very similar lineup here. Double Super Conqueror. No, actually 4 AMX M4s this time. Only 1 Super Conqueror, 1 FE. And an E50M. And Demo is fielding double E100s, which is quite rare. But I can definitely see them work out on this map here. Also, they're applying double AMX M4s, double Chieftains, and a T100 light tank. Only last season, the Chieftain has been a lot more popular. A lot of teams went for it, but it kind of got replaced by some other more sturdy tanks like the Super Conqueror or the AMX M4s. I mean, AMX M4s have been popular last season as well, But now they are like, if people want some tank with HE power, then they take an FE215B. That is the damage dealer, because it also has pretty much the same HE penetration, just a bit less. And for that it gets some premium ammunition with high penetration as well. And here we go again. Let's get started with New Bay round 2. Let's see what Aqua is going to do here. Are they moving towards the base B despite a disadvantage, or are they just committing to the bridges? Looks like they are mostly going towards the bridges in a passive wider, sending more tanks to the middle. F, what is F doing there? F playing aggressively, pretty much alone, sneaking up to the side here where he is a bait. Interesting move. If he gets pushed onto here, we have the same situation as the last game with Ghosty. There is a lot of support from the side here, so if F gets pushed onto, he will be surviving. So I assume that F won't be doing all that much for now. Just going to sit there and wait if Demo is falling for the trap. But Demo sees what's going on. They are not going in there. They are rather falling back immediately. And here they have the bait. Just sitting and waiting, but no one's running into the bait. Demo pushing forwards now, trying to retake the bridges, meaning they push into the advantage of Aqua, who have the high ground there. Demo losing a lot of hit points with their Chieftain. That wasn't working out all too well for them. Demo now on a hit point disadvantage. What is Kupiat doing? Kupiat sneaking up in the on the low ground here, right in between, not in between, but yeah, just beneath all the enemies there. He is just continuing, just going forwards to try to pincer the E50M. And just goes for the E50M, but fails the shot. There is another one though to support. Pyroblast also coming in from the side, as Tshirts is also able to just turn around. Now the E50M is a 1v1 against Pyroblast, which isn't all that great because Tshirts is blocking the M4 from helping, just making sure that the E50M is only in a 1v1 against a light tank. But there is Kupiat still picking him up. The E50M has been killed. But now the 2100 light tank is completely isolated, yet he is distracting a lot of tanks, Demo, and therefore having the advantage in the city here. And they are using it. They are pushing forwards. They have killed some tanks there as well. Or one tank. And they can also still take back base B. So far they have not gone for it. They want to go for the kills, it seems. Demo at a disadvantage when it comes to the hit points. But I would say they are having slightly better positions, as they can take the bridge area now, can take the high ground. Guns in favor of Demo as well. Nice crossfire here into Winterlight. But the E100 is struggling. Gets shot by Spessy. Now Winterlight is speed boosting to get that E100 out of the fight. E100 takes one more shot here, puts out 500 damage, a big roll with a small gun, of course. But he will get taken out by Winterlight there. So that means the guns are even again, but Winterlight now very far away from the main fight, while there is a massive brawl going on over here. Chieftain getting shielded by his teammate, still able to put out some shots. Well done here. Another great focus fire here. Couple more shots into Tshirts. Really well done here. Two more tanks have been taken out, one on either side. But with Tshirts going down, that was crucial. Demo still on the advantage here. Now the Watson is getting behind his teammate, about to get shielded as well. Great teamwork here by those guys on Demo. And they are able to pick up some more kill, it seems. Yes, there is Spessy out of the fight as well. Over there we've got the FVs in a 1v1. It is only Winterlight now. Winterlight a one-shot. Getting pushed onto by Evgeny. And Winterlight is about to get killed here, which means that Demo is back. Demo now bringing it to the tiebreaker, 3-3. What a game. Very nice to see how they were able to just recover from this. The push beneath the bridges was just a massive bait in the end. Just dragging all the tanks of Aqua away from the main fight. Well, actually, there was no main fight yet before those tanks pushed beneath the bridges. And Aqua just committed so many tanks to that, in that they gave up the other side, which Demo made really good use of. It was a bit of a gamble, of course. I was not 100% sure what was going on. I mean, if it was going to work out there. They were just pushing forwards with only one tank, basically only the AMX M4 beneath the bridge, followed by the light tank then. And if I thought actually the others would move up on the bridge then and push the bridge, but they decided against it, so they kind of let the AMX die. But for that they needed to come up with a better plan to do something instead, because they could not just let the enemies kill one tank while doing nothing. Of course, that's not an option. If you lose one tank while you're standing around, then you're just at a disadvantage. So in the best case, if you manage to kill one while losing one, then you are about even again. But with Aqua falling back that far and giving up the high ground, that way it was possible for Demo to take better positions and take the map control. Like that, they were able to win this in the very end. And Aqua going for a lot more Super Conquerors now. 4 Super Conquerors, 1 R51-5B, 1 E50M, 1 T100 light tank, as we are going to see Vineyards on the next map. And this one's going to be the tiebreaker, so all or nothing now for one match. Demo playing double Crans, double Chieftains, and M60. Oh, I love that tank. Rare choice in tournaments. T100 light tank and an AMX M4. A lot of speed boosts being used early on. The M60 has great mobility with a speed boost. Going to spot the middle, it seems. Everyone else moving towards base A on both sides, actually. Only Winterlight is left in spawn to have some crossfire. A lot of spots are in. Wildburger facing Pyroblast here, who might be a little bit in trouble. But I think Pyroblast still has good enough of a backup there right behind. But he just cannot move much. Everyone facing another here. It will be possible for Demo to cap base A, it seems. Not a lot of damage lost here on Demo's side, while they are trading down Aqua really nicely. Almost everyone on Aqua's side already lost some hit points, and Aqua getting stuck. Their attempt here, their strategy, was simply not working out, because Demo did almost the same thing and apparently did better at that. Now Demo also loses some hit points here, but Aqua has to come up with another plan, and that will be about pushing in over here most likely. But that's also not going to be possible to really get aggressive here. The M60 is well covered by the Kranwagen. The Kranwagen is well covered by the M60 and the AMX M4. Everyone's well connected. That's not going to work out to push in here. What Aqua can potentially do is relocate the T100 light tank and the E50M. And maybe cap base. I mean, it's not going to be a cap game for Aqua. Aqua is in a really nasty position. They can still take base B and base C, but they are down on caps 180 already. And they are down on hit points by a lot. Whiteburger losing a ton of hit points. They're down to a potential one-shot, 406 damage. So he is a one-shot for almost every enemy on the field here, depending on the RNG, 50-50 chance. And Aqua continues to lose some hit points. Tshirts now in that base B. Getting crossfired from the ruins. Will be permanently spotted by the 200 light tank. No, it looks like Pyroblast is not having any more shots. But it doesn't really matter. He doesn't need to risk anything. Because he's sure that they are having the cap advantage. 600 versus 330 caps. And look at the hit point difference here. Especially what is often very important is how many hit points does the light tank have. Because the light tank is so crucial for the relocations and also the end game. And if we are seeing this here, then we see that Pyroblast is moving into the city, same as Wildburger, but Pyroblast is a lot healthier. He is full life. Pyroblast is not at danger of getting killed here, while Wildburger is actually a 1-2 shot for the light tank there. Kranwagen gets spotted moving towards the city as well. Winterlight remained unspotted as far as I know. Not entirely sure. Demo doesn't have to really commit to the city though. They can play a safe game. A Wildburger got spotted there. I don't think he knows about Pyroblast. Oh! M60 died! How the heck did this happen? What the hell? How did he die there? That was not needed. He was in a good position, not getting pushed onto. So it must have been a huge mistake of peeking out way too far here and getting crossfired. So Demo on a tank disadvantage. Still they are having a huge hit point advantage and a huge cap advantage, but they have to push in now. Or they don't really have to push in, they can push in. And Aqua having some tanks in the city, or actually only Winterlight here, who is about to get killed by the T100 and the Kranwagen if there is no help. Aqua decides to just counter the city with everyone. The Super Conquerors coming in for support, while Base B is getting pushed at the same time. Base B will get capped here by Kupiat with the AMX M4, and also Menino is about to get killed, that's for sure. He also cannot run away. 995 points, and that brings us to 1k points. It is actually the underdog. It is Demo winning this game against Aqua, despite Aqua being that freaking close to winning this one. They had 3 points already for the last 2 games. And still, Demo did come back. I've got to say, well done, Demo. And just to point it out again, it wasn't too long ago. It was on Rockfield, where it was 3-1. And I was talking about Aqua likely being the team to win this, yet Aqua cannot afford to lose points if the other teams are playing well, and especially if they are playing against a team that's not expected to make it into the top 4. What is the result of that is that Aqua is now going to face even stronger teams than Demo, with a lot more practice in tournaments. Not to judge the level here as of right now, but just historically speaking, Demo is not a top 8 team. They have never been in the top 8 from what I've seen, and therefore Aqua could not afford to lose against them, as it will mean that they have to win against much better teams now with just much more experience in tournaments to keep their spot and make it into the top 4. Okay. Alright, we are having a bit of a break now. I think the next game that I'm going to spectate is also Aqua. Yes. Let me just see when the next game starting should be in about 20 minutes. Yep. 25 minutes. No. That's another one. 20 minutes. Okay. Against Beloved, it's also going to be interesting. So what I'm going to do now is to just switch over to the iPad. Play a couple of random games. And welcome everyone who just joined in or is watching right now. It's nice to have you all here. Doesn't matter if you're watching on the portal or on YouTube. Both are welcome, of course. And if you're watching on YouTube, be aware there can be rewards for watching. If you are logging in on the portal, on the link there, which is pinned on the chat, make sure to log in, make sure to just enable cookies and also keep the tab in the foreground, and you can get some nice stuff for that. Some fan containers for every 25 minutes of watching for the double elimination stage. Yeah, for the round robin stage for double elimination, then we will have a total of not 6 like right now, but 7 containers. Every 16 minutes there will be a free fan container. Okay, iPad is connected. Maybe before I get to the random games, let me just quickly check the other results. Brackets. All right. Let me see. That's not it. That's the last tournament. Previous. Current. That's where we are. And let's get to the side here. Losi won against B-Love 4-2. QQ won against APA 4-3. Nice job there. APA is a former champion. Demo won against Aqua 4-3. That's what we've seen. Aswell lost to Quick 0-4. Aswell has been in the top 8 last season as well, making 8 spots as far as I remember. And otherwise, we have a lot of super high level teams. The Quick has been in the top 4 multiple times. Aqua has been in top 4 spots, first spots multiple times. Although it's been a couple of seasons, couple of years actually, since they made it very far the last time. Demo, as said, has not made it into the top 8 yet. Won't take the last spot, most likely, as it looks like. APA has won last season. QQ has been in the grand finals last season as well. They have been in the grand finals twice so far in 2 seasons that they played. Losi also has been winning a tournament already and has been in the top 4 multiple times. B-Love has also won multiple seasons already, but in the last few seasons they just dragged behind a little bit and did not necessarily make it to the top 4 all the time. Okay. So much about that. Let's switch over to the iPad. All right. What do I play? Maybe light tank. Osmani saying never sub while talking. While talk on stream. But thanks for subscribing, Osmani. And everyone else as well. Yeah, if you haven't not subscribed yet, I would be happy if you left a subscription, left a thumbs up. Maybe if you're watching on the portal, just do so before leaving. Or just real quick right now. I think you can just go over to YouTube from the portal, right? If you just press the bottom right. I do see that my light tank teammate is kind of campy. Oh my gosh, what the hell? He's just YOLOing? I think he's shot, right? Okay, I should escape here. This is not good. I think I might be dead because of this guy. Please don't high roll. Dude, what the hell? What the actual hell? I'm alive! Yeah, not getting this. But that one, nice. Crucial kill. And at the start I was still thinking about it. Do I even go here? Because of the medium camping. But I was like, okay, I will just spot. And it will be fine. Okay. Let's shoot this one. I probably get spotted, right? Yeah. Bro, sure. What was that snapshot, man? Ah, for sure. I thought, alright, I will be fine if the E100 turns for me. I can just turn around, or I can just get back. Yeah, no aim. No aim needed. Bad shit. It was unlikely to be a win anyways, but I would have loved to just flank around a little bit still. And just hope that I could maybe shoot down the TDs. And then I would have a good time. Or at least we could outmaneuver the heavy tanks in the middle. We could just have the flanks then and crossfire into the middle. Maybe that would have been a chance. Okay, I think I will trade one if needed. That's even better. Actually a beautiful start here for me. I was able to take a base and put out a couple of shots already. Now, do I relocate? So far it looks good for me. Can still have some crossfire. Good. 1.9k damage. Unharmed. That's something that makes me happy. Yeah, he blind shot. Okay, let's reload so I can kill the T-57. I will also need some support with him. Nice. I mean, I could kill him on my own, but I would just rather avoid taking that many shots. And I think we should just go kill the RV. Doesn't seem to have that much backup, right? Where's the Yaki 100? They have one TD that I don't know about. I might be taking shot from Yak now. Hopefully not. Of course. Nice. Ah, no. Gotcha. So where's the TD? I still have no clue where the Yak is. Maybe AFK in spawn? Or on A. Come on. Where are those? Is he just going to kill me once I move out here? What? Where is he? It might be AFK on A. Don't tell me he's awake. OP player. It's been a while since I've seen somebody like this. Just camping near the red line, letting the whole team die. Man, I was sitting on B completely in the open and he did not shoot me. Weird. Yeah, last one. Turned out to be Buffy. Turned out to be a defeat, of course. Someone did the offer to downvote all of them. Yeah, the room invite should be in just a couple of seconds, I guess. I cannot play any other game anymore. And oh, I do have enough gold again. Wish me luck. Please, no globe? No. Nope. What's that? Collect 5 golden tags and open the golden box of presents for free. Mm-hmm. Meh. Meh. Rip. There's some more gold boosters still. But I won't get another 3k gold for the crates, and I already spent so much. I spent about 80k gold now. Get 6 snow globes. Oh, 5. I will still get the 6th one for free here. No lion for me, it seems. Okay, let's accept the room invite and quickly switch over to PC. So now we do have B-Love versus Aqua. And yeah, former champions, a lot of former champions in there, a lot of experienced players. I expect those games to be very close, although the last games were surprisingly close as well. That was really good to see. So we've got 20 seconds until I can show you the room, and let's go. And there we are. Fort Despair. This is being played a lot faster than we've seen on APEC today. A lot more British heavy tanks here. Actually, not the fast ones. It's just a Super Conqueror that Aqua seems to love there. 4 Super Conquerors, 2 Fe215Bs, and an AMX M4. Full heavy lineup there. And with that kind of armor, they are mostly playing hull down tanks. So I would expect them to move towards AB. And B-Love, on the other hand, playing triple Fe215B, great pushing tanks and great holding tanks for passive gameplay. Fast relocations are possible with those. 2 IS-4s, an IS-7 and an AMX M4. Alright, they don't play any hull down tanks, yet they have a lot of very fast tanks, which also often means that they want to go for the corner of A, just to make sure that they are there earlier. But if that's going to be enough just to be there on time just before the others, and then fight some stronger tanks for close-up fighting, that's the question. I would expect B-Love to have better chances when not going for base A, actually. I mean, all of those tanks are going to struggle to penetrate Super Conquerors reliably. Super Conks have super strong armor. And very troll armor as well, with the size of spaced armor. Yet B-Love, of course, they can also play for base C in a passive way, or even aggressive way. Yeah, will be interesting to see what's going to happen here. To me, it looks like both teams initially planned to just move towards base A into the corner. But I would say if that is the case, then B-Love is probably going to lose this if they are not coming up with some clever pushes. Simply because of a worse armor and also the fact that they are not having reactive armor, so they are having less hit points on the field as well. 20 seconds left to go. Everyone's ready, and Aqua can really not afford to lose again. But the same story for B-Love, they have also lost the first game today. Fort Despair, Aqua vs B-Love, game number 2 of 7 in the round robin stage of the top 8. Hit points neck and neck from the start on. Aqua moving towards B, mostly having one Fe215B as a spotting tank, as is quite usual on this map here, with the full heavy lineups. He is going to get in some nice spot in the IMX there, gets in a nice shot with a bit of a fire as well. Lucky, although it was a low roll, he got some fire. And it is B-Love moving into the A corner with everything. Aqua not even going for it. Aqua is simply going for base B with everything. And still using the Super Conquerors here to play hull down. And they are not even going for the cap. They are probably pushing on to MP. MP might be in trouble here, having tanks coming in from behind and also from the front. But also he has some support there with Vata and Rumpelstilzchen, who can give some backup, shooting down Tshirts there in a nasty way. Tshirts with a hit point lead. Tshirts tracked here, getting crossfired, might not make it out alive. Tshirts on a one shot. Actually, he did bounce that last shell there, so he is able to survive this. Wildburger almost has kept base C. Oh, Tshirts has still been taken out. Base B has been taken. It would still be possible to take base C, but Wildburger currently is all on his own. Winterlight therefore coming up to support here. Moving up right behind. So it looks to be safe again for Aqua for the time being. Although they must not lose any more hit points. Tshirts having great control over the corner here. But that also means they cannot go for any caps. Yeah, the corner is mostly just about shooting, not capping. And that's what is working out really well for the Tshirts guys. Menino now getting a bit more aggressive, which is probably going to be a bit problematic for him, as he is running into a lot of tanks here. And Tshirts is still having some crossfire. Now Menino is in a 1 versus 2 situation, but Aqua also moving forwards here with Spessy to the side. But I think Spessy will also struggle, as there is Psychopath Evgeny coming in for some cross shot. It is actually Ghosty taking the damage. Big shot with the tungsten rounds from the IS-7 over there. And now Tshirts is pressuring Menino again. Menino cannot really peek here. His teammates are getting bullied. They are getting shot together there. Into pieces there. And here Menino cannot get aggressive because he is at a disadvantage. Aqua consistently losing hit points. Menino still trying to support teammates a little bit, but is simply outnumbered here. Spessy and Ghosty now in trouble. Ghosty about to get picked up. Yeah, there he is. Going down, Spessy has to move forwards to avoid getting shot from behind. But I don't think that he can make it. Spessy is now blocked on top of the hill. Athenian coming from behind there with the IS-4, and also Evgeny is moving forwards, having some shots. Was an HE, I guess, with the 530 damage into the back of Spessy, and Spessy goes down. 6k hit points versus 700 points. Only F over here still alive, and Winterlight on the other side, who is just getting killed as well. Tshirts having all 7 tanks on the field still. Really strong performance by Tshirts. Great crossfire, safe strategy, aggressive strategy at the same time, and still not overcommitting anywhere. So none of them was really in trouble at any point of the game. Even if it looked like it at the start with the 1 AMX just getting crossfired, that was far less of a problem to Tshirts, as Aqua would have loved to see it. So 1-0. Again, of course, best of 7. Hey, where's my score? 1. And we are going to see the same map once more. This time Aqua is playing a Concept 1B, which is very well predictable here on this map. But even if it is so predictable, it's still a super strong tank. Because it's basically the only tank that can just play the outer side of the B cap, behind that wall in that bush, and can get hull down there, can get the gun down to the enemy side. And that's basically the only position where a Concept 1B makes sense, because it can then shoot into base B and anyone to the front. But that also requires you to have the corner. If you don't have anyone in the corner, then someone on the outer side of base B will get crossfired. So Aqua is giving away a lot of what they are planning on doing, so they definitely have to make it work. But it's really super predictable. Of course, they might do something else, but then they put the Concept 1B at a disadvantage. Then any other tank would be better in the current meta, because the Concept doesn't have any hit points, nor hull armor. So triple IS-4 lineup here for Aqua, which are going to YOLO into the corner, same as Tshirts did on last game. Aqua therefore playing triple IS4, double Fe215B, concept 1B, and an E50M. Very aggressive lineup, actually, very fast lineup. On the other side, Bilaf plays double M4, Chieftain, triple IS7. Also looks like a corner push. And the 200 light tank, which is actually going to spot right here. Might get blind shot though, has to be super careful. He is also getting spotted. And there is a first shot already connecting here. Wildburger pushing forwards, having a first shot there. Awata collected a lot of information but takes 2 before escaping. And that's why the IS-4 is being used here by Aqua. They are having the speed boost to immediately push into the corner, so they can take better hull down positions now. And the Bilaf cannot really go for it. Like this, they pushed back the enemies, so Windlight with the concept 1B is exactly as predicted in that position outside of B, where he can shoot into base B, or he can also shoot those guys over there. But no one is there. Bilaf just pushed on base C here. Or pushed straight through the middle. Maybe the AMX-M4 is overcommitted a little bit. Getting crossfired here from the corner already. And also Aphanium got himself blocked by the wall there. Can still hide. But Aqua might be able to repush Crossfire. At the same time, Bilaf is repushing. Tshirts has lost a lot of hit points, and Bilaf is aggressing here. With the Chieftain, they are coming in. With the IS-7, they are coming in. About to pick up that kill. Nicely done here. Gun advantage to Bilaf. And they are continuing their journey. Going for Wildburger, that E50M with the most damage output. And the mobility, the medium, is in focus fire. The Lavushka going all in with that IS-7. Same as, yeah, that's now Rumpelstilz here. And MP moving in here. The E50M in focus fire, but also the IS-4 got set on fire there for 600 damage. Menino coming in to support. IS-7 gets shot, but the focus fire is not really on point. The team of Aqua is already down 3 tanks as they pick up the very first kill of the game here. Spessy also down to a one-shot, going down over there as well. But Evgeny is also about to get killed. Gun still in favor of the Bilaf guys here, even if they are losing this one IS-7, who is left alive on 12 hit points only. Menino now here still quite healthy, but Ghosty isn't looking healthy. He is a one-shot, has his Amurak critically damaged as well. There are still 4 tanks on side of Bilaf, and they're having 6k hit points to merely 3.7k. Bilaf also has some great crossfire, some great map control. They have a light tank sitting far behind here, able to put in some shots into the back of the Fe215B, who is attempting some blind shot, but can absolutely not do anything about it, because he doesn't see the light tank over there. He cannot push out there anymore. Now he is getting shot down to a one-shot. He cannot hide, he cannot run away. There is nothing he can do. Windlight is the only one with hit points at this point. And he can also not do anything about the situation. They cannot break out anymore. They're absolutely stuck in this corner. Now there is only a Windlight left alive, who is still doing nothing. Actually giving up here. And that is a very decisive win for the Bilaf guys. Once more, GG's. Despite the very predictable strategies on both sides, judging by the lineup, I think that was all about the relocations. That's mostly what it is about in higher level tournaments. And of course, they might have also adjusted their strategy a little bit to what the enemies were supposedly doing based on the lineups already. Maybe Bilaf would not have gone for this kind of push through the middle otherwise. Just keep that in mind. You cannot just copy the strategies of these teams one-on-one, because these players here, they are having a lot of experience. And they might often change their initial plan based on just getting the first information in. I think Bilaf was probably more likely to just push for the middle with the AMXs, play for the B cap. And as they were seeing that the enemies were also having an A-sided lineup, I assume that they were just setting the IS-7s up more passively because they knew they were slower, and then flanking around there with the rest through the middle to Pincer and those guys who were around the B then. Just based on initial information. They also had a first spotter with Vata in the light tank. They of course collected some information and then moved in. And actually, VLAF the only team which is rocking that T62A occasionally. Also, they have T100 light tank, a lot of M4s and an E100. Aqua going full British. Completely different idea of the meta, as it seems here on Middleburg, of course. And they are also not necessarily playing the same strategy. But I feel like BLAF and Aqua are both quite experimental there when it comes to the tanks. And therefore, like on last game as well, we could see very different approaches. IS-7s versus IS-4s. If one or the other really made a huge difference in the end, that is just for you to decide maybe. I think it was more about the relocations and the way the tanks were made use of. Oh, Spessy already took a shot here. Blind shot at the start. And we can see a climb of the T62A and the light tank here. That's what the T62A has been used for. With a speed boost, he was able to push up the LT. The climb is usually not convincing me all that much, I've got to say. But it looks like the start is looking good. He can get some shots into the FV. And just bounce the last one, so he keeps him spotted and still HEs him. So it is not possible for Menino to cap by C yet, but the others are there now. No one else spotting by C, so Vata is not going to have reliable decaps here. And that's a C cap for Aqua. Cost him a few hit points, but also the light tank got blind shot there for one. Puts in another shot. A tracer shell's really working out, although that was a blind shot into the FE. The third blind shot of the game that connected. Still, it is BLAF with the cap leaders. They did manage to decap. They did manage to take base A early on, and they are holding very passively here, not moving at all in the city. A lot of tanks sitting there just... Oh man, that looks great here with the M4s. Just look at this. Look at how beautiful this looks. All these guys here with the big guns with the same camo, waiting for anyone to peek out around there. We will get back to this moment later on. Same as all the others. They are perfectly aiming in their shots. E100 looking at this line. AMX M4 over here is the only one that's kind of isolated. He is the bait. BLAF wants the enemies to push onto this guy. That's the plan. If they push over, then those tanks come into play. So base B is now getting capped. But that also means that Aqua doesn't have to push in. They're going for the bases and not the push. So therefore, the BLAF guys know they don't get to see anyone to their front, and therefore they are moving in on base B here. And they are countering base B immediately, but failing a lot of shots, unfortunately. So Ghosty is moving out there, almost unharmed, but he has an E100 to his rear, which is not great for him. He goes down as well there. A nice shot here by the team of BLAF. Nice crossfire, but now Aqua is moving in for the fight. They are having the M4s in focus fire, and they are moving in here with the Super Conquerors to the rear. Aphanium getting bullied. Aphanium getting blocked there by the F, who is having some shots. Will likely have the kill shot. No, 292 damage only. Bad roll. The reactive armor saving that M4. Also, the FE215B got taken out already. Gun advantage to BLAF. They have only lost 1 tank so far, while only having killed 2. Spessy also going down here. The light tank coming in. Water is not camping anymore. Not going to put his teammates at a disadvantage. Also, Tshirts goes down over there, only leaving 3 tanks on the field against 5 still. Wildburger now in the middle of many tanks, getting pushed onto by the T62A, and also having the Lavrushka behind with the AMX M4. Wildburger getting tracked here. The T62A will get that kill shot in, and there we go. FE215B is out of the fight. Winterlight is permanently ammo wrecked. And that is the win now for the team of BLAF for another one. 3rd win. And they are absolutely demolishing the enemies. So they are only in need of 1 more win now. I was not really pointing it out throughout the battle here, but BLAF was having a lot of caps. And with every kill that they got, they increased the amount of caps for them. And there we've got 3-0 now. If we are seeing BLAF win 1 more game, then Aqua is already... Yeah, I mean, then this round goes to BLAF. They will take the point. Both teams really need a point after having lost the first games. Scores are flipped in the main scene. Ah, yeah. It always depends on where I'm spectating. It's a little bit confusing. I apologize. In game, I have to. Yeah, I will just flip the scores again. Right, I can do so right now. And done. So Aqua really needs to try hard now. Cannot afford for a single defeat anymore. 3-4 Super Conquerors, triple E50Ms this time. BLAF flying double E50M, E100, FE215B, triple AMX M4. Similar to last game, kind of. Just E50Ms instead of the light tank this time. Of course, from this spawn they cannot climb. The E50Ms are great tanks for getting more aggressive on base C at the start of the battle. The thing is that they are having a lot of armor and they are also spawning on top. BLAF starting with a lot more hit points. 17,500 versus 16,000 hit points. And BLAF is going all down. Not sending the E50Ms up here. They are going for a very aggressive push onto base A, but there is no one there. Ghosty is there to defend base A. Aqua at this point knows that they have all the enemies in the city. They haven't spotted anything on top of the hill. And they are setting themselves up for some nice crossfire into base A. Ghosty still having some shots here. He is nicely hull down over here. Very common position in tournaments to cover that A cap. Some HEs have connected with Ghosty. But BLAF lost some more hit points and they are kind of trapped for the time being with Aqua having multiple tanks to the side here. Aqua now moving up a bit more as well. Might have an opportunity of isolating 3 tanks. They might be doing this. They might just sneak up behind here. Yeah, I think they're going for it. Winterlight, Menino, Ghosty, they're having some crossfire. Nope, they're still hesitant. They're still careful about it. It is probably a wise call to not go all in immediately. Ghosty having crossfire again, but those 3 AMXs here, they are trapped. They cannot escape. And Tshirts, Winterlight are not getting punished from the side for peeking out here, it seems. But the E100 also moved up to support. And there's some more crossfire by Spessy now. Awesome crossfire here by Aqua, and now they're going in. Now they want to punish the enemies, but also BLAF immediately reacting. Umpishi is coming in with the E50M, having crossfire onto Winterlight and Tshirts. Hit points in 5 of Aqua looking good for them here. They have bled down the enemies quite a bit. But there is not really the greatest focus fire yet, because there is no full-on brawl. And there is the Lavrishka now pushing into the open. Getting shot from behind by the E50M. Will get picked up here by Tshirts. Gun advantage to Aqua. And also MP is in focus fire, getting circled here by 2 tanks, as Ghosty has been taken out on the other side. But Blitz kind of pushed away from the center of the fight here, meaning that they are not necessarily all that well connected to another, as they left Classical behind here, and also an E50M over there, who is in a 1v1 against F, who is just not able to run around the rock forever. 3 versus 5. Aqua doing a good job here. Hit points neck and neck, but a lot more tanks on the field for Aqua, simply because they were able to just isolate a couple of tanks, and that is now turning out to be a huge benefit for them. And Blitz has trapped a couple of tanks there with this strategy. Great reaction by Aqua. Psychopath of Genie still picking up a kill. But there is not much of a chance anymore for Blitz, as they're only having 1 E50M left alive, who is still able to pick up a kill. But now in a 1v2 situation. Wata trying to run away from the Super Conqueror while fighting Wild Burger there, but he was just a bit too slow. Wild Burger is likely to have it. Actually, crew skills. It might be the E50M. Oh, right. Okay. It is still the Blitz guy going down first here. Might have actually been the case because of the crew skill. When you are all on your own, that you are having better abilities. That he might have out-reloaded the enemy, and then it would have been the E50M against the Super Conqueror, and the E50M on Blitz side still had caps, so there might have been a bit of a chance though. Okay, 1-3 now. And let's get back to the room. Hey, I just updated the score, right? No, I typed it in on the wrong side. Oopsie. Good. Now, man, what? 3, 1. Now we've got it. Said saying, gladly no lags or disconnect so far. So thanks for putting in all the work to fix everything. Yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate your comment, because it was really a pain. Occasionally, yesterday or earlier today, there was still one little issue there. Yesterday, what's one more stream today already? But that was also quick to be fixed then. It's been a pain in the last weeks. So many issues with the PC. Now it's almost all fixed. Alright, Naval Frontier. Quadruple AMX M4. 3 FE215Bs on Aqua's side. Meanwhile, Blitz is playing... Oh, what are you talking? Scores are on the wrong side. Now they're on the wrong side. Let's swap them again. Blitz playing with 2 AMX M4s, IS-7 Super Conqueror, double FE215B and an E50M. Okay, kind of hard to predict here. Might be like passive strat for CB. And Aqua is seemingly pushing in on base B immediately. They will spot each other with a Aphanium. No, actually not. That was close, man. Tshirts crossing over unspotted, Aphanium crossing over unspotted. They have no clue. But Tshirts collecting a lot of information, being in a very aggressive spot that allows those guys to cap base A potentially. But also Tshirts has put himself in a position where he can get pushed onto from the side there by all those tanks who remained unspotted so far. Tshirts moving up. Only Rumpelstilzchen has been spotted. Windschlei there to support. Wildburger able to support as well. You can see that Tshirts is trying to spot a bit and making sure that no one is peeking out here without getting shot. Like this, it is possible to cap base A safely. And Belaf is not able to punish Tshirts nor the one on A. But Aqua still has these two AMXs in very exposed positions. So they need everyone else to cover the M4s or they are going to go down quite quickly there. The Lavushka getting more aggressive over here. Same as Vata. Double caps for Aqua. I am not too sure if this is going to work out. I think, as we've seen multiple times today on Apex stream, these M4s there are super isolated. And if they get pushed onto, they won't last long. And the enemies can also take base B quite easily then. And they are going for it. They are going in here. No. Classical moving up with a speed boost. But not exactly moving in. Is the push coming? Classical trying to shoot into Ghosty. MP now coming in. Rumpelstilzchen also getting more aggressive. M4's in focus fire. Also Aphanium back in that B cap here. Trying to steal that right in front of everyone. Ghosty and Tshirts are now a bit in trouble here. Not losing all that many hit points though. So it is Aphanium now getting focused. If the M4s of Aqua are able to turn back and focus Aphanium, then they are winning this, I guess, because then they can hold base B and keep their tanks alive. But Menino getting crossfired from the side here. That is not great for him at all. Menino in bad focus fire, going down to MP, who is putting in that crossfire. B is still not lost. B is still in a favor of Aqua. But both AMXs got killed there. Gun advantage to Belaf. Hit points in favor of Aqua though. They did some great trades here. And Tshirts is surprisingly still alive. Windschlei having some really nice crossfire here. Rumpelstilzchen moving out there, taking some shot for that. A lot of tanks able to focus fire whoever is peeking out too far or to just crossfire here. Really nice setup by Aqua. And that is the skill of each individual player here, that they can support even if it's not part of the strategy. There goes Tshirts finally. 3 versus 5. Still a hit point lead for Aqua. But they are losing the caps now. And they have to get some kills. Rumpelstilzchen is out. 3v4. Wildburger getting pushed onto, but Evgeny has to die here. And that's the point win for Aqua. In the end, still losing another tank. With only 2 tanks left alive here against 3. They were still able to win this. Super close game. I honestly think that Belaf did not really commit enough to this push. But of course, if they really pushed in, they would have put themselves into bad positions. So that, of course, would have been a huge issue for them. But like this, they allowed the AMXs in the middle to survive for so long and could not really focus them out properly. So Aqua had a lot of time to relocate and adjust for this push. Just comparing to the Apex stream earlier, it worked out better there. Because both teams did the same thing with this kind of push there. And both got pushed onto. Both teams had the AMX M4s in the enemy spawn. And those got pushed onto. And that was a lot more aggressive. And it felt like that was a lot more successful there. It was quite easy for them to kill them. Surely Aqua has been set up quite nicely to support. But if Belaf committed really to the push, they could have killed some tanks and then kept base B safely without losing anyone over there. Maybe also continue to push onto base A. I don't know. I think that I would have to look at it right now here throughout from above again and analyze again. I think Belaf was a bit too hesitant with those tanks in spawn. But really a lovely crossfire, a lovely interwoven strategy there and positioning of Aqua. Hi, Alpha. Game number 3 or 6 actually it is. Still match point to Belaf, and we are still having Aqua 2 wins away from coming back and winning this one. We can see they are having a chance against Belaf for sure. Let's set up. Have the lineups changed. Belaf playing a lot of FE215Bs now. So more of a pushing lineup. Although pushes aren't that great here on this map. I mean, with FE215Bs. Nice first crossfire into classical. Losing 2 shots worth of hit points. Aqua playing a standard strategy of just moving into the back here, covering base A. Nothing too fancy about this. Belaf is playing something very careful here. I mean, the FE215B, just don't get me wrong, it's usually a tank that is played very passively at the start for farming damage, because it doesn't have armor and an accurate gun. But in the end, it is great for pushing because of the mobility. Vata able to cap base A unspotted. But base C has been taken a while ago already. So Belaf will have to relocate. And they are doing so. Aqua currently has a chance of pushing forwards onto the Lavrushka, who is there all on his own. But Aqua also doesn't have super fast tanks here. Only one E50M. Together with the FE, they could just kill him, but they don't have all the information available. And Belaf is well aware of this risk, it seems. So they are relocating. And they are just... look at that. They don't even try to spot. They are just waiting here. They are waiting until some stuff is happening. They want someone to either push forwards over there. But that's not necessarily what they expect here. They are not even looking at it. They are just waiting for someone to move into base A. And then they are going to push out. Staying completely unspotted. While Aqua is pressuring a little bit. Soon Athenium will also get spotted here. There we go. So Aqua will have to rethink what they are doing here. Especially Menino is a bit in a tricky situation. But it is possible for Aqua to cap base B. Which means they don't have to go for base A. Still they are going for it, it seems. Oh, Tshirts! Tshirts, we will watch you closely as you are approaching base A. Not expecting what is there behind. But of course, he will also not get spotted necessarily. Only once he is in A, the enemies will know about him. Tshirts now spotted. RVs speed boosting. But Tshirts is not in the open. I think the RVs are too early. Not able to connect their shots at a distance here. They are pushing though. But Tshirts can survive this for quite a while. Nice HE shot by Classical. 571 damage. But Tshirts can just fall back and survive for a long time. At the same time, Aqua will have to push forwards on this side. They are going to lose Tshirts, that's for sure. And they cannot really support him here. There is not much for backup. Although there is Winter Light as well and Ghosty. But they have suddenly a lot of information. So a lot of pushes are being triggered simultaneously here. Spassy and the E50M Wildberg are going in for the Super Conqueror. Menino is going for the light tank here, which is trying to support on the hill. Or trying to cap bases. 880 points for Aqua right now. It looks like the caps are ticking over in favor of Aqua. But Belaf is trying everything to stop all the bases simultaneously. Menino going to support here. Or going to go for base B to stop Classical from capping it. Nice track shot. Menino can have this 1v1. Classical cannot stay there. Can get killed here. Nice job. There. Menino getting that kill shot in. 1k points for Aqua. Belaf not able to make their baiting strategy work at all. And just pushing too late. Aqua immediately reacting very safe way here of just playing this out in the end. It wasn't even that tense in the end, because Aqua was just having a comfortable advantage for pushing and going for the kills there, and Blitz really had to try it, had to try stopping the caps. And they couldn't get the kills, and therefore they were also just getting killed as they were pushing into the bases. Nice game by Aqua. And Blitz just, the bait was not working out here at all. It was either too early or too late to push in here. They really needed Tshirts to move into the open so they could punish him. Like this, it was a bit of a big fail. And we are switching maps, going for the tiebreaker. 3-3 right now. Aqua, again playing a lot of Super Conquerors. They seem to love that tank a bit more than the others. Not a single AMX M4 for them. Also, they are fielding a Chieftain, which they rarely do at this point. And they are having an FE215B and a light tank on the field. And Blitz going for quite a similar lineup. No light tank for them, not the extra mobility. But they are having 2 AMX M4s, meaning they are going to be a lot healthier from the start on, having a lot more armor. Not necessarily that much more armor, but if you are just comparing, of course, the Chieftain and the light tank, the T100 on Aqua's side, which are being replaced by 2 M4s on Blitz's side, then we can see that there will be a significant hit point difference and also armor difference. Now it's the question whether mobility or armor and hit points will be worth more here. Let's check the hit point gap. 18.1k to 17k hit points. So Blitz quite far ahead. I think the score is on the wrong side, right? Aqua moving towards base A with a light tank here. That's what it is mostly used for on this map in tournaments, because it can cap safely and spot. But also Evgeny is moving into base B in a very safe way from behind the wall around there, not crossing in front of everyone. So Aqua is approaching base C safely and passively with most of their tanks. They have control over base A, but the light tank won't be able to do much about that anymore. So he is trying to relocate. Maybe he's even trying to take base C. That could be working out because the light tank has a super low silhouette. Maybe he's getting away with it. He is actually able to get there unspotted, capping that base, and if we are looking at it, he is super damn low. The enemies cannot get him there. Rumpelstilzchen, greedy for the shots, trying to get in some decapping shot there, but doesn't have any eyes on him and also gets shot in return for that. So Aqua now with a cap lead. This is comfortable. Blitz, of course, could just send the Super Conqueror towards base A. I think that is going to happen sooner or later. But mostly they plan on pushing forwards here, where there are a couple of tanks of Aqua quite isolated, but they can fall back behind this rock and then survive for a long time. And Blitz is losing some hit points, not really going for the push just yet. Base C is being taken again. They are not really committing to the push, just wanting to recap the base. But they are still getting decapped there because the Super Conqueror is quite large. And at the same time, we can see the 200 light tank making a move for base B, but they found a Super Conqueror who was there to defend. Still, base C has not been taken back by Blitz. And there are still HET capping shots coming in here. BLove now under pressure to do something. Now they are potentially going for the push here onto the Super Conquerors, who are just falling back into the ditch there, where they can hide and make sure to survive for as long as possible, while the BLove guys are moving into the open, so Aqua can farm them from behind here. But BLove is doing a great job of hiding behind the rocks here to not get crossfired all that much. The S-Kongs on Aqua's side are still surviving for quite a while here. The Lavushka struggling as he gets shot down first, actually. This push is not working out. BLove is not making it work here. Aqua is coming back nicely. Focus firing much better. MP also down to a one-shot. And F is coming in as the first Super Conqueror just got killed. F is having the kill shot now, which brings them very close to the cap win. But also the Super Conqueror here, Spessy, got killed. So BLove is still in the game. But there goes the M4 or the Super Conqueror on side of BLove as well. BLove isn't looking good here. They can stop base A and base B. But if the next one gets killed, then it is not going to be possible to win anymore, I assume. 1k points, there we go. 1k points with that kill. And there we have it. That is Aqua still winning this one. Man, we've been at 3-1. Have there been wins before that? I mean, was it coming back from 3-0? Or have there been some wins before? I think it was... What was it early on? But it was super close here, all these games. Let me check. Wait, I've been spectating on Aqua's side, so I can just see on the results here. 4 wins in a row. Before that, 3 wins for BLove. Yep. What a comeback. BLove winning those 3 games here, and then Aqua winning 4 in a row. Dang. GG's. That was good to see. Although, yeah, I mean, yeah, it was nice. And let me just also check for other results. Yeah, BLove here on the last game. Just trying to cap by C for so long. Getting decapped took them a lot of time. And they did still try to come up with a push on the other side, which kind of worked out. But the push forwards onto the Super Kongs then was just failing hard there. I think they could not afford to try to cap that long. And just needed to push forwards then. Aqua setting themselves up really nicely to support the 2 Super Conquerors in the corner and also to defend by C. Still having 2 tanks on the heavy side where they were in a 2v2, but it was not that much about that, to be honest. It was all about the push on the C flank, and there it has been actually 5 versus 5. So let's quickly take a look at the other results here. Losi won against APA. Oh my gosh, the former champion APA losing against QQ on the first one, losing against Losi on the second one. That's that's surprising. How is APA? They are usually far ahead and winning everything in the round robin stage. But this time they seem to struggle a lot more, although the games have been super close here. So I cannot say they struggle, but with the points, if we are only counting the final results here, then API is struggling in that term. Aqua is now placed 4th. In the end, by the way, it will be counted by wins first, and then if we have basically, or if you have, for example, Aqua and Crick on the same amount of points, and then if Aqua played against Crick, which will have happened because all teams will play another, Then Aqua, if they won against Quick, then they will be ahead on the leaderboard here. So, yeah. In that regard, it's maybe not even that bad for Aqua to have lost against Demo, even if they are not going to... If it's... I mean, as long as it doesn't really matter here with the points in the end, if they can get towards the top 4. And I assume that Demo will not make the top 4. So in that regard, it is better for Aqua to have lost against a team that doesn't make the top 4 or that's not that high than if they lost against one of the very top teams. So what else did we have here? Demo also won against Astral. Okay, that's not too surprising. I haven't seen many games of Astral, I've got to be totally honest with you. But still, Astral just making 8th place last season. I think they still, I mean, it's the first time, last season has been the first time that they made top 8. Still a great accomplishment, yet they might have to improve to consistently make higher places as well and maybe make it into top 6 or so. But it's always that way. There's always one top 8 team that just doesn't win, another top 8 team that sometimes wins, and then we've got top 6 where most teams have a lot of experience as well, and then maybe one team which is standing out a bit more, which is usually APA. But Losi, QQ, B-Love, Quick, there is just not a huge difference in terms of skill in between them. And the daily form, RNG, etc. it can really play a huge role there. But also for APA, it seems here. Okay, so this was day number 1 on this tournament. Let me just check the score here. I mean, 3 teams won 2 battles so far. QQ, Demo, Losi. 2 teams won 1 game. Aqua and Quick. B-Love has not won anything yet. And neither has Aswell, neither has APA. But hey, we are having only 2 of an entire 7 games here completed. Those are going to happen in the next days. There will still be a lot of interesting stuff. And I actually love that it is that close already. Just looking at the scores here, 4-3, 4-3, 4-2, 0-4. Alright, that was not that close. But also here, 4-2, 4-1, 4-3, 4-3. Super close games, a lot of really strong teams. Only Astral seems to be lagging behind a little bit. But even Demos just competing on this kind of level means that it will be freaking close to get into the top 4. Okay. I don't know if the timer is still ongoing. I think I will still have to stream for like 5 minutes. I won't do a long stream. Usually I love just playing some random games after streaming. But honestly, the next days I will be streaming enough with 2 streams per day of 2 hours each. So let's just go for a couple more games and then I will quit. Okay, maybe I can still say something about the teams here. I mean, I've already talked about them a little bit. Losi is a Russian-speaking team, so mostly Ukrainian and other Eastern Europeans. You know, they are not, even though there are many Russian-speaking teams, they can have maximum 2 people who are not from the same region, who don't live in Europe, basically. So there are some Russian players on many teams here, and many Russian teams are there Russian-speaking teams, but they are not like early Russian teams. It's quite important to point out here to me, because calling Ukrainians Russians is just utterly wrong at this point. I mean, it hasn't been since the 90s already. And or longer. Demo is also Russian speaking, I think. QQ is multinational, just having couple of French people in there, couple of, I don't know, different nationalities in there. Then we've got Aqua, also many different nationalities in there, a couple of Czech guys, and led by Tshirts, who's Swedish, whom I've interviewed quite recently on this channel. If you're interested in that, if you're interested in the history of tournaments and how stuff works in the tournament team, then feel free to just look at the interview. You will find it on my recent videos. Then there is Quick, also a Russian-Ukrainian team. I think we have quite a lot of Russian-speaking teams this season. Bilov is Russian-Ukrainian as well. And then there's Eswil, which is also Russian-Ukrainian, and API is also multinational. I mean, also the Russian-speaking teams are multinational, but the others are English-speaking. API has a lot of Polish people in that clan as well. So let me join over to the iPad. Someone has not gotten their the boxes. Is the timer already done or what? I assume that it's still lasting for the next 2 minutes at this point. Let me check something. Okay, no, I'm not lagging. Sound was just music felt like it was lagging in the background. Immediate panic. Hey, you don't see anything yet. Ah? Oh, that's not good. Did I have to do it? Oh. Ah, the app crashed. That's the problem. So let's just reconnect. Nah, I have to restart it. I'm sorry, I'm just starting the app right now. It doesn't work. Trying to. Wait, I need to shoot real quick. Task manager. And let's restart it. So, now it should be working. Yes. Okay, the game is already over. I was just sitting here not doing anything. I only shot once. But hey, it's still farm nice 7. Maybe some of the other heavies as well. I mean, my teammates are not really going full YOLO yet. Whoop. It's actually quite hilarious that I was basically AFK for the entire game. And still I'm getting good damage. Cut off. And HE, come on. I can actually get him. What the hell? I mean, I was just AFK all the time. I was just standing there while my teammates pushed in. And it looked like my teammates were just cleaning up everything. Yeah, I guess I should be more AFK at the start. Hey, Mr. Hyde. Ah, box timer ended 20 minutes ago. But that is too early then. That's not supposed to be that way, I think. Oh. And deep purple, thank you. Now let's shoot FE. More important than Type 71. Nah, I bounce him, okay. It's actually not bad because it keeps him spotted. Light tank focus for sure. Taking out mobility first if possible. Okay, let's go. Can just ignore this type. Alright. Now let's not back off. Ah! Okay. Oppa. I want to get rid of the light tanks there. Oh, that's not good actually. Ah. It looks like... Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I made it out alive here. Ah, team is dead. Why? How are they dead now? Truck shot failed. No. Like, seriously, how did they die? It was such a nice start to us. I guess mediums were just not fighting and heavies were dying. Okay. By the way, guys, if you're still watching on the portal on Wargaming's website, please consider just joining over to YouTube, just so you can, for one, you can participate in the chat. And second, you can also just maybe leave a like if you enjoyed the content so far. just for algorithm and stuff like that, and maybe also subscribe. That would be the best thing you could do. Okay, let's just spot here and see what's going to happen. Go alone. Who spotted me? Was it Reno spotting me? Okay, I will have to keep flanking. Oh, what the hell? That's not good. Although, it seems to be pretty much alone. What is that? He is paying attention, unfortunately. Come on, team. And my idea of just peeking up behind him is just not working out then. Nice. AMX, are you not going to shoot? Okay, then I will pick him up. Just checking the mini-map as I have some time. Looks like enemies are struggling to push forwards on base C as well. So we are on track of winning this one. On to AV. Is he maybe shooting someone else? Risky. Ouch. Ah. Try to avoid that from happening. But anyways, I think it's fine. Enemies are not doing a particularly great job here. Ah, sure. This freaking troll tank. It's insane. And you want to go for me? Okay. Oh, there he is. And okay. That's also mine, nice. Yeah, obvious a defeat. I kind of lost overview of what was happening to the team there. How the heavies all died suddenly. But after 2 streams and 4 hours of... I mean, I've not been playing for myself, but just commenting and streaming, analyzing is, I can tell you, even more exhausting than playing for yourself. And I did not have that much sleep either, so I'll be happy to quit early today. Still need to set up a new stream for tomorrow. Okay, enemies have 2 mats as well, just as us, and 3 heavies, so they are at a heavy disadvantage, but it's a campy map, so them having more TDs doesn't really put them at a disadvantage at all. Yeah. Unsurprisingly. Come on, team. Please go for C. I don't want to have to fight a freaking camper over there. What now? We could, of course, kill the gorilla. But I don't really want to commit. Let's go for bad shit. Ah, failed a track shot. I'll save from gorilla right now. Hopefully E5 can pick him up. Nice. Mobility's out. What? There's someone else? I cannot clip the gorilla, that's my issue. But still, I want to go for him. Then just go for drive-by. Oh, no spore liner. Nice. Worked out much better than expected even. So let's shoot a fuel tank over there. If possible, fire. Yes. Perfect. And next, please. Okay, let's just hide from IS-7. Alright. Nah. Maybe I can still have him. Yep. Howdy to the US. Good evening. And hi to Simon from Poland. Good evening. What is hello in Polish again? Like Siema? Siemka? No, something. I don't know. I think Siema, right? Okay, a lot of heavy tanks here. Still, none of my teammates is coming up, apart from the medium. So, it's going to be tricky. I will have to be careful. Oh, dude. Why is he focusing me? Oh, bounce. Sure. Dude, that makes 0 sense that you're focusing me. The S2P has been far lower on hit points. But I need to run from TVP and the other one. Oh, dude. Okay, Sheridan's coming. Man, the damn STB. Of course, it was bad with the T-57. We needed to run away from that, but we could have just gone to kill the TVP. And we could have killed the Sheridan afterwards, or run away then. Sheridan isn't that dangerous. But the STB just shooting the TVP first and then turning around for Sheridan. Yeah. We needed to get rid of the dangerous tank. But I don't know if we're winning. This might very well be the case. As Sheridan's also one shot, T-57 quite low, TVP low. Horrible focused fire, but hey, maybe. Maybe. Okay, with this setup, I should be super careful, honestly. Lots and lots of medium tanks here. Still, I just noticed enemies have a VK-72, so that's not going for the medium side. Enemies are spread out over the map. They also don't have any TDs going to the medium side. Just noticing it's E3 and E4, which are also basically heavy tanks. And I would have spotted them if they actually moved to the med side. Okay. Nice push, I guess. Yeah. What? They still have a low tier light tank. Maybe he ran away. Are they pushing? Kind of, yes. Ah, bounce. Okay, I had the gun. As always on this thing. Oh. And you stay spotted. And you stay spotted. And you do nothing. Okay, let's go. There we go. What a weird game, honestly. Enemies were not really doing much here. Ja, doof. 7-0. What is hello in English? Did I say that in Polish? Not English. Yeah. Okay. Turned out to be a defeat, and okay, just a beginner shooting whatever is to the front. Let's actually make it a last game. Because I can tell you I'm pretty tired. And tomorrow I will have 2 streams again. First one at noon and a second one at 8 PM for me at least. Nah, at least I keep him spotted. It's always nice on this thing. You don't hit, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, at least if you don't penetrate and still hit, that's totally fine then. Why are you using tungsten rounds after shooting and not before? Oh, dude, what? Are we going? We are. Gotcha. Готов. Nice. Premium AP for the win. Heat would have never been able to penetrate. Oh, nice. I'm a lucker. Others are also coming, okay. Oh, there was still something else here behind the TP. Gotcha, okay. Let's already move up. Готов. Alright. That went quite well, I would say. Next, please. And if I move behind that thing, then probably 183 is getting me from over there. Let's find out. Okay, that works. Oh. Yep. I just needed to make sure to not show my butt. To not get hashed there. Oh. No. This one at least, please. Nah. Okay. I still had my fun here on this battle. Mastery, actually, because of 5 kills and a lot of assisted damage, but it's a low one. Got to admit. Good. I'm done for today. Just going to bed and read a couple of pages, then I'm done. Thanks for watching, everyone. It was a pleasure to stream for you again. And I hope you just did enjoy the battles as much as I did. And I will see you back tomorrow then, or in the next days. I will be streaming for the next... I will be streaming a lot of days. The next 2 days for sure. And I think there will be a short break. Let me quickly check. Yeah. No, actually... 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Okay, good. I won't get any breaks. Have a good one. Have a good evening. Have a good day. See you back soon. And good luck in battle. Bye.